Did you know that Jane Goodall dedicated her life to saving chimps? Jane Goodall, even when she was little, loved chimps and animals. Jane was inspired by her stuffed chimp Jubilee and a dog rescue who taught her that animals have feelings and emotions. Once, Jane sat in the chicken coop for 5 hours just waiting to see a hen lay an egg. Jane first started to like chimps when she was 1 year old, when she got her stuffed chimp Jubilee, named after Jubilee, a baby chimp that was born in London Zoo. Jane grew up in the middle of a war, so she did not see her dad for a long time. After she graduated high school, her friend invited her to go to Africa, because she always knew it was Jane's dream to go to Africa. By looking at Jane Goodall's discoveries, we can see that there are things about chimps we did not know before Jane Goodall bothered to discover them, and if she did not discover them, they would have been extinct. When Jane was in Africa, a scientist named Louis Leakey, who gave her a job to dig for fossils, also gave her a job to study chimps, which was Jane's dream job. After studying chimps for years, National Geographic wanted to put Jane in their magazine, so they gave her a photographer named Hugo von Lick to take pictures for the magazine. Jane and Hugo got married a few months later and had a child, who they also named Hugo, but his nickname was Grub. Jane tried to watch Hugo and study chimps, but she couldn't, so she stopped to take care of her son. Jane Goodall said that she learned how to be a parent from chimps because a lot of the chimps she studied had babies and she observed them. Jane did a lot of things in the jungle and also made amazing discoveries on chimps. Like, people thought that they only ate fruit, but she found out they also ate meat. Also, Jane saw her friend David Graybird make tools out of grass to get food. Jane got a lot of her information about chimps from her chimp friend David Graybird. She found out that they sleep in nests and make a new nest every night. She also could get very close to chimps without them running away. Jane might say that the chimps loved her and she loved them back. And sometimes the chimps would come to her campsite to bring her bananas. Jane's favorite time with the chimp was when David Graybird, her chimp friend, held her hand. Jane is remembered for all of her discoveries on chimps and how she tries to keep them from being extinct. Jane loves chimps still and lives in her house in London Zoo, and that's why she kept her stuffed chimp Jubilee and she sits on her dresser. Jane also runs a program called Roots and Shoots. Roots and Shoots is a program where if you're in college, you can go anywhere in the world to study animals and clean up their habitats. Jane only visits Africa twice a year to help with Roots and Shoots, and otherwise is giving speeches around the world. Jane Goodall is the best chimp scientist in the world, all because of her stuffed chimp Jubilee.